I just think that that is economically more sound, but do your thing. Do your thing. Just a suggestion. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylana, and if this is your first time visiting, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, then thank you and welcome back. In this video, we're gonna take it all the way back to basics. Now I know I have a lot of nursing students and a couple pre-nursing students who are subscribed to this channel, but I want to go ahead and speak to those who are trying to figure out how to get into nursing school altogether. So if any of that interests you, then please keep watching. Now for my returning subscribers, you notice anything different? I'll give you a second. Yes, I tried to do a little something with my background. Even I got tired of looking at my old sets, so let me know what you think in the comments of what I've got going on. Is it too much? How would you change it? I am definitely not a set designer, so I'm gonna find out, just like you, whether or not this worked, but let me know in the comments if you liked it. The perspective that I'm taking is that you just finished high school, and let's hope that you already knew that you wanted to be a nurse and you have good grades. The better the grades you have, the better chances you are of getting accepted to the school that you'd like to get into. Now there's so many out there. The example that I use is one of my local state colleges versus a university that I attended. They have some slight differences, so keep that in mind when you're doing your own research, but this should give you an idea of what it takes to even get into nursing school. So your first step, usually while you're in high school, is that you take your SATs or your ACTs. You're gonna need that to apply to whatever school after high school. So the state colleges or community colleges are known for taking typically anyone. So if you don't have stellar high school grades, there's still hope for you to get into nursing school. So go ahead and check out one of your local community or state colleges. Now, if you want to go to a university, oftentimes those are a little bit harder to get into, but not entirely impossible. So that is another route to consider. I suggest that you first look into some information sessions put on by the schools that you're interested in. So your school will have an information session as well as their nursing program. Now, attending the nursing program's information session is very important because it's usually put on by the faculty of that nursing program, and getting your face out there and expressing interest is invaluable. I mean, that's something that I was doing all the way until I applied to CRNA school. And then it'll answer a lot of the questions that you might have, so you're not going in blindly and wasting time. You'd be surprised, a lot of people just kind of apply and they don't do it correctly because they didn't have all the information that they needed that could have been satisfied by attending an information session. A lot of the information sessions these days are online, so that's even more convenient for you. Most schools have a pre-nursing degree that you can enroll into because you can't go straight from high school to a nursing degree. There's prerequisites that you have to satisfy, and I'll get into that in a moment. I wrote down the prerequisites that most programs include. Generally speaking, the programs require Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, Bio and Microbiology, developmental psychology, as well as general psychology, and college algebra and English 1, and then some variation of a humanities class or two. Now that is for the state college or the community college. If you are looking to go into a university that has a bachelor's program, then you're looking at human nutrition, principles of statistics, and general chemistry. Now, if you'll allow me, let me give you a little tip. If you get your 2-year or your ASN at a state college and then go on to a university, you're gonna save money. I looked at the tuition rates for the state college and the university in my area, and what I found, and I'm gonna round these up so that it's easier to say, is that the state college charged $105 in state per hour, and I wanna say the prerequisite was like 31. I told you guys on my last video I wasn't going to do any math without confirming it, but it's a little over $3,000. Whereas the university was charging about $215. You do the math on that one. You know what? I'm curious. I'm going to do the math. So I went ahead and got my calculator. So let's assume that the pre-nursing degree is going to be 60 hours just to keep it even, and that is 5 semesters of 12 credit hours per semester, including a summer. So 60 hours times the 105 is going to be $6,300. So $6,300 in Florida for this particular state college for your AS. And then you want to go on to get your ASN, which is going to be another $6,300. So that's like $12,600. Okay, cool. So if you went straight through at a 4-year university, you could not work as a nurse. You would get 120 hours there and your total tuition would be $45,600. So you do the math. I personally would recommend the cheapest. At the end of the day, it's the same education. Once you pass your NCLEX and you start working wherever you work, the education that you get is going to be based on you. I did the 2-year program, and then I also did my RN to BSN at the state college to save money. I have another degree. I'm still paying on those loans. I did not want to pay another $45,000 for my second degree. Another benefit of going through a state college and then getting your bachelor's is that you sit for the NCLEX after the first 2 years, and then you can work while you're getting your bachelor's. And if you watch my other video, you can have your employer pay for it. I just think that that is economically more sound, but do your thing. Do your thing. Just a suggestion. And I'm just gonna touch very briefly on the accelerated BSN. From what I saw, you already have to have a bachelor's. Typically, the accelerated BSN is a whole nursing curriculum in 1 year. It is very challenging because you are fitting everything into a year. So it really depends on you as a student and your situation. I totally understand wanting to get it over quickly, but it's a whole program in 1 year. So if you have a really labor-intensive job or a strenuous home life, you need to consider whether or not you can dedicate the time to be able to get through a program like that. A lot of you all are trying to become CRNAs, so while I do understand wanting to get through everything as quickly as possible, do you want to do that at the sacrifice of your grades? So take that into consideration if you're deciding on doing an accelerated BSN. I'm going to look into the accelerated BSN a little bit more, and if I find that it is enough information to be able to do at least a 10-minute video, then I'll go ahead and post one. But you are always welcome to leave comments below my videos to ask me specific questions, or you can message me on my Instagram, which is Nurse Kaylena, or you can hit me up on my Gmail, which is nursekaylena@gmail.com. I am always available to answer your questions because I am your friendly nurse mentor. Self-imposed, obviously, but nevertheless, I love to help. So no question is too small, and there you go. So if you found the information so far helpful, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. I am trying to upload videos frequently, and all of my videos are going to be nursing related. I will have videos like this that give information to nurses in different, various areas of their career, from not having applied yet all the way to applying to CRNA school, and maybe one day even retiring. I will also include some vlogs that are going to detail my journey as an SRNA starting in January of 2022. So if any of that interests you, please subscribe, tell a friend, and have them subscribe too. Now, back to our video. So you've gone through, you've done your prerequisites, and you've gotten the greatest grades possible. Now it's time to apply to nursing school. So you're going to take the TEAS, and the TEAS is the test of academic skills, which basically is another SAT or ACT, but it's required by nursing schools, and you have to pass by 60 to 70%, but the requirement is actually set by the school that you want to get into. For the 2 schools that I was looking at, the minimum grade for the TEAS was going to be 78%. 53 questions on reading, 53 on science, 28 on English and 36 on math, and this is a 3.5-hour test. The average cost at the time of this video is $50. And then of course you have to send your grades to the schools, because how else are they gonna know? And that's gonna be extra money too. So keep all of that in mind when you're budgeting. So that's basically it in a nutshell. You have to graduate from high school with the best grades that you can so that you can get into the school that you want to get into. And then most schools have a degree where you can get all of your prerequisites for nursing done. And then once you've gotten those prerequisites done and you've taken the T's or whatever other exam they want you to take, then you apply to the nursing program at that school or whatever school you want to go to. You wait to get accepted, and a few weeks after that, then they let you know. Some schools require interviews. I did not have to do an interview to go to nursing school. The application includes different things, transcripts being one of them. You might need a letter of recommendation, and then you have to make the decision as to how you want to approach nursing school. Do you want to start at a 2-year and then go on to a university? Do you want to start at a 2-year and do a concurrent program? You do have to pay for the bachelor tuition rate when you're taking bachelor level classes, by the way. You are in nursing school, and then there's a whole nother battle after that. So if you like this video, please like. It does help me with YouTube's algorithm. And subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a single video. And please share with another nursing student. I am always available for questions, and if you have a video idea, please let me know. That's also greatly appreciated. And I guess I'll see you all in the next video.